So good morning student. Today we are going to continue with the same topic, that is production possibility set. So last class we studied the meaning and the schedule of production possibility set. So what does it mean, production possibility set? Production possibility set is the collection of all the possible combination of the goods and services that can be produced from a given amount of resources and a given stock of technological knowledge. So production possibility set is nothing but producing the goods and services by using what? Stock of technological knowledge and resources. So resources means I can say land, labor, capital, organization, all these factors of production. Technological knowledge means by using machinery, by using equipment, electronic equipment, all this comes under the technological knowledge. So if we considering the agriculture production, the resource is land. Technological knowledge is the tiller machine, or if you are using the animals for the to make your ground for the cultivation purpose, if you are using the animals and all, that will comes under the technological knowledge. Next, about the schedule. So in schedule we are dividing into three parts, that is possibilities, corn, cotton. Under possibilities we are explaining different possibility that can available. Two kinds of commodity, that is corn and cotton. So when we are producing more amount of corn, the production of cotton is reduces, and when we are producing more amount of cotton, that time corn production will automatically goes on reducing. So in first possibility we are producing more amount of corn and less amount of cotton. In possibility B we are producing more amount of cotton and we are going to start the production of corn. In possibility C we can say it is the equal balance. We are using 50% of corn and 50% of cotton. When it comes to possibility D, we are using more amount of corn and less amount of cotton. When it comes to possibility E, we are using maximum or whole land only for the production of corn, and we are not going to produce cotton on that same field. So this will be explained in the production possibility schedule. So I said when we are using the schedule, it is not a necessary or important that you have to use same table. So possibility you can take it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is up to you. And example. So I have given the example of corn and cotton. So you can use any other two commodity which you want to use. And the possibility combination, it is not necessary that you have to use this combination only. The relationship you have to clear with that. So when we are producing higher amount of corn, the cotton production will reduces, and the same time when you are increasing the amount of cotton production, the corn production have to reduce. When you are increasing one production, automatically another production should reduce. So let us continue with the production possibility frontier. So production possibility frontier is the curve which gives maximum amount of corn that can be produced for a given amount of cotton. So production possibility frontier, that is this graph. What does this graph explain? It is explained production possibility frontier of the producing two goods, that is corn and cotton. Corn and cotton, production of corn and cotton with the given amount of technological knowledge and the resources. So here vice versa means when you are producing more amount of cotton, you have to forget about the corn. Reverse to that, when you are producing more amount of corn, you have to forget about the production of cotton. This we will call it as a vice versa. Here I have explained or I have written about the measurement. That is, you have to write this scale OX is equal to 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. This is OX axis. Here we are representing the corn. So 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit of corn. OY axis we are representing the cotton. So 1 centimeter is equal to 2 units. So we have taken OX axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit, and in OY axis we have taken 1 centimeter is equal to 2 units. So here you can see the number 1, 2, 3, 4, and when it comes to OY axis we have taken 2 centimeters. So we have taken 1 centimeter is equal to 2 units. So how we have to represent? We have to take 1 centimeter only, but the number 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So here you can see some of the alphabets. So A, B, C, D, this one will be the E. So this will be all the possibility that we can produce or we can represent in the graph. So I request you student, when you are watching this video, take your notebook and you compare the table and graph. So which you have already done 2 times. So go through that, study together. So in OY axis we are representing the corn production, and OX axis we are producing the corn, cotton and corn. OY axis cotton, OX axis corn. So at point A what happens? We are using 0 amount of corn and 10 amount of cotton. So here 0 amount of corn, 10 amount of cotton. So this will be 0, 10. When it comes to point B, we are producing 1 unit of corn and 9 unit of cotton. 1 unit of corn, 9 unit of cotton. 1, 9. So next one, at point C, we are producing 2 unit of corn and 7 unit of cotton. 2 unit of corn, 7 unit of cotton. At point D, we are using 3 unit of corn and 4 unit of cotton. 3 unit of corn and 4 unit of cotton. At point E, we are using 4 amount of corn and 0 amount of cotton. 4 unit of corn and 0 amount of cotton. So I hope you know already how to draw this graph. So first we have to draw the OY and OX axis, then we have to write the scale. According to that scale we have to take the measurement. After that, by using the table or production possibility schedule, we have to draw the graph. So now what does this graph explain? In the above diagram, production possibility of corn and cotton is given. So here corn and cotton, the production possibility of corn and cotton is given. So any points on the curve shows the possible combination of corn and cotton with fully utilization of resources. Here on the graph, any point, it will represent the production possibilities with maximum utilization of resources. Maximum utilization of resources means we are not going to waste the resources which were available. For us here resources is land. We are not wasting that land. If we got 1 acre of land, we are utilizing that complete 1 acre of land. At point A, you can see we are using complete 1 acre of land and we are producing only the cotton. At point B, we are using 1 acre of land and we are producing both the commodity, that is corn and cotton. At point C, it is the same thing. We are using 1 acre of complete land and we are producing corn and cotton. At point D is the same. We are using complete the land and we are producing corn and cotton. And when it comes to point E, it is the reverse of point A. At this point, we are producing maximum amount of corn, but no cotton production is available. Here, no corn production is available, but we are producing maximum cotton. Here we are producing maximum amount of corn and there will be no production of cotton. So in this, the last one is opportunity cost. So opportunity cost is nothing but producing one good little more than or in terms of another good which we have forgone. So opportunity cost of producing little more of one good in term of the amount of other good that has been forgone. So what does it mean? So we are producing one good extra, another commodity we are going to neglect. So you can see here we are producing the cotton but we are neglecting completely corn. So this we will call as opportunity cost. So in point B, what happens? We are giving more importance to the corn and very less importance for the cotton. So this point will be not production possible. This will be not opportunity cost. Why? Because we are using half or equal amount of land. But here we are producing more amount of corn and less amount of cotton. And point E, we are using more amount of corn, or the complete property we are using for the production of corn, and we are not giving any kind of importance to the production of cotton. So this is also termed as economic cost. Why we will call it as economic cost? Because there were equal opportunity have to given for the both commodity, but we are giving importance for only one commodity. Another commodity we are forgetting completely. So that's why we will call it as the economic cost. A central problem of the economy is to choose from one of the many production possibility. So for the government, the basic problem is it how to choose which opportunity it is going to grab or which opportunity it is going to be choose. Government having many choices. Among that choices, it how to select the best. So one property is there, government property is there. In that government property, it can go for agriculture activity, it can go for forest, it can go for industrializing, it can go for constructing houses for the poor. So the government have to decide, so which opportunity or which idea they are going to implement. If they are constructing the industry, then they have to neglect other things, that is constructing the houses for the poor, then foresting the property, or doing other things. So it is the problem of the government, the problem how to face by the government, which economic they have to choose, for which economic sector they have to give more importance. So thank you, student.